Hello, I'm Supervisor Dahlia Paltrick of the Providence District of Fairfax County. Sexual violence is a major public health, human rights, and social justice issue that impacts every person in Fairfax County. The purpose of Sexual Assault Awareness Month, SAM, is to raise public awareness about sexual violence and to educate our community on how to prevent it. We also want to share resources available to those impacted by sexual assault. Everyone is affected by sexual assault. Nationally, nearly 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men will be the victim of sexual violence at some point in their lifetime. This is why Chairman McKay and I are co-sponsoring this proclamation to declare April as Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Whereas, nationally 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men will experience some form of sexual assault in their lifetime. And whereas Sexual Assault Awareness Month draws attention to the fact that sexual violence is widespread and has implications for every community member. And whereas there is compelling evidence that we can be successful in reducing sexual violence through prevention education, increased awareness, and holding perpetrators who commit acts of violence responsible for their actions. And whereas we must work together to educate our community about what can be done to prevent sexual assault and how to support survivors. And whereas anyone can be a leader in preventing and ending sexual violence, as employers, educators, parents, and friends, we all have an obligation to uphold the basic principle that every individual should be free from violence and fear. And whereas our theme for Sexual Assault Awareness Month this year is Start the Conversation. We encourage every person to start conversations about what sexual violence is, how to prevent it, and how to help survivors connect with services and to speak out against harmful attitudes and actions. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors, on behalf of all residents of Fairfax County, does hereby proclaim the month of April 2020 as Sexual Assault Awareness Month in Fairfax County, to keep our community members safe from this crime and to stand with survivors and victims of sexual assault.
Hi, my name is Angie Hattery, and I'm a professor and the director of the Women and Gender Studies program at George Mason University. And it is such a privilege to be honored as a recipient this year during Sexual Assault Awareness Month, SAM, and a Fairfax County Proclamation recipient. It's thrilling. I've been studying sexual and intimate partner violence for about 30 years. And in that time, I've learned an awful lot about the impact of intimate partner violence and sexual violence and other forms of gender-based violence on individual lives, at the institutional level, and also in communities. I've interviewed nearly 100 people living with intimate partner violence. I've analyzed survey data, and one of the things I've learned is that it's very difficult to move the needle on intimate partner violence and sexual violence. The only real way to do that is institutional support and community commitment. Living in a community like Fairfax is such a great example of what happens when a community can come together and try to address these issues and make our community safer. So for many years since I've moved to Fairfax, I've been involved with DVAC and the DVPPCC, met with many boards, members of the Board of Supervisors, worked with folks in the Office of Women and Domestic and Sexual Violence Services, and I have to say that we are lucky to live in a community like Fairfax. When great minds come together, folks who are working on the issues at the level of BIP programs and survivor services and SANE nurses and education that we're trying to do on our campus and social work and the courts and the judges, everybody comes together, shelters and legal aid. That's the way that we move the needle on sexual and intimate partner violence and other forms of gender-based violence in any community. Fairfax County is a leader, and it's therefore just incredibly humbling for me to be a recipient this year of the proclamation and also to be a member of your community. So I thank all of you for the honor, and also I thank you for the collaboration and for the work that we do together, because I think when we come together, that's how we can make our community safer for everyone. So thank you. I hope you are all safe and healthy and well. I wish I could have been with you physically this morning, but I'm glad that we're able to celebrate Sam together through the amazingness of virtual technology. Again, deeply humbled and very grateful. Thank you so much.